Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to my How to Be a Boss channel. And today I'd like to talk about NFL star Jay Cutler and his reality TV star wife, Kristin Cavallari. A lot has been said regarding the divorce situation between Jay and Kristin, and a lot of male empowerment channels such as Better Bachelor have described the situation as Jay Cutler not being enough for a super demanding woman in Kristin Cavallari. The narrative here is that Cavallari married a rich, famous athlete to gain her financial security and would be looking to divorce her husband, take half of his fortune, and get spousal and child support for the rest of her life. Whilst there might be some validity to their claims, I'm going to come from a totally different perspective to all these other male empowerment channels and suggest that Jay Cutler actually got the upper hand and outsmarted Kristin Cavallari in this divorce. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the situation, I just want to give you a brief history of the two people involved, just in case you don't know about them. So Jay Cutler was a high school athlete, highly touted, and went to university at Vanderbilt. He got drafted in the first round of the NFL draft in 2004 by the Denver Broncos as a quarterback. He also went on to play for the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins in a 13-year career where he amassed 120 million in career earnings, which doesn't include the substantial sum he probably earned in endorsements and advertisements. Now, Kristin Cavallari started out as a reality TV star on Laguna Beach. Then she appeared in another reality TV show called The Hills. She also started a jewelry business called Uncommon James, which has physical stores in Chicago and Tennessee. She met Jay and they started their relationship in 2010, and they eventually married in 2013, where they went on to have 3 children. So on to the situation regarding their divorce. When the initial reports emerged, it suggested that Cavallari filed for divorce because Jay Cutler was lazy and unmotivated. He was apparently always in the house looking after the couple's 3 kids, which I think is quite commendable. And even though Cavallari wanted him to get a job, he previously had an offer to be a sports broadcaster once his NFL days were over. And she obviously wanted him to get out of the house. It's very easy to interpret the news reports and the data as a woman who found a wealthy athlete, married him for his money and fame, and when she found out that he's retiring and his star is starting to fade and the clout declined, that she wanted to cash in her chips to achieve the financial freedom that she wanted. However, if you go beyond this sort of superficial level and actually dig a little deeper, then you'll find a totally different perspective, which I want to present to you. Jay Cutler is 37 years old. He's a good-looking former athlete who had a 13-year professional sports career as evidence of success. As mentioned before, he made 120 million in career earnings and probably a lot more in endorsement money. Jay took the upper hand by initiating the divorce proceedings, according to reports, even though Cavallari wanted to keep the divorce amicable. The reason why Cavallari wanted to keep the divorce amicable is that they've actually signed a prenup detailing what each person should receive in the event of a divorce. In this prenup, Jay most likely protected his NFL earnings, and Cavallari was hoping that if she was amicable and she was nice, then she could extract more than the prenup offered. When that behavior failed, Cavallari decided she needed to hit back and submitted her own divorce papers, which demanded a 5 million mansion as part of the requirement. And apparently Jay said, get a job. And he also freezed any joint accounts that they had, so no money could be spent or transferred by either. Again, you can see Jay was in the position of power here by determining what his former wife received. It should also be noted that Jay is in the prime of his life at 37 and spent 13 years getting chased by 6'4" and 6'5" defensive linemen trying to take his head off. He was paid handsomely for his endeavours and wanted to enjoy the fruits of his labour by taking a rest and looking after their kids. However, this was not good enough for Cavallari, as reality TV stars' oxygen is publicity and clout, which Jay was not bringing in anymore by being at home and being retired from the NFL. I don't doubt that Cavallari issued several demands for Jay to get work as a TV presenter or broadcaster so she could use the media coverage to promote her reality show, brand and business, to which Jay rejected. In the world of reality TV, looks, fame, publicity are crucial to success. Unfortunately, Cavallari has had 3 kids and is on the wrong side of 30, where her looks don't improve compared to girls in the early 20s unless surgery is involved. Jay Cutler probably realised this, and amongst all the offers he's received from younger ladies. However, due to the prenup and potential penalties for any indiscretions, he didn't have the freedom of choice. Now with the divorce underway, don't be surprised if you see Jay Cutler with a younger, prettier version of Cavallari in a few months. Therefore, we can see that Jay outsmarted Christine Cavallari by 1. Initiating the divorce. Number 2, he made Cavallari sign a prenup which protected his NFL earnings. Number 3, this allowed him to reject any outlandish demands that she might make. Number 4, Jay can now chase any woman he wants without any repercussions of losing half of his fortune in a divorce. Number 5, Cavallari is 33 years old, has had 3 kids and is not getting any younger or prettier compared to the girls throwing themselves at a former rich, famous, financial secure athlete.